This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. Take a good look at it. Look at it now. Might be the last time you'll have a good round. I'll let you touch it if you'd like to go down. I'll let you go further if you take the southern route. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. You've got to let your body flow. I like them attentive and I like them in control. Baby, it's yours, all yours. If you want it tonight, I'll give you the red light special all through the night. Baby, it's yours, all yours. If you want it tonight, just come through my door, take off my clothes, and turn on the red light. Hello, welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. This is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. I really love TLC music, and I love mess and rumors about somebody his nickname is Red Light. I'm so mad. So I could see she about to choke. So I could just love on her while she's sitting here. So I told y'all last week that she was gonna be here. This is my girl. She is the person where it's like, don't tell nobody something wrong, because she'd be like, hold on, I'm just putting my shoes on. I'm on my way. I'm like, girl, sit the hell down. No. Let me tell you something. She always got her fresh nail set, and she'll be like pointing. I'm like, girl, it's the jersey, y'all. It's the jersey. That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
And our mamas is gonna have a lunch date.
Yes, I'm so excited. And they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. Ha! So I have Taria from Now What Else Is Going On podcast.
Hi, Stephanie. Okay, first of all, I love you. Second of all, Stephanie has met my family, my friends, my cousins, which is under family, but you know.
Which is under family.
And my mom and her mom are going to go have lunch. And it was so cute because it's not even something we set up. My mom was
no,
like, next
it's
time
not.
I come up here.
She's like,
and
yes,
she
next
means
time.
it, by the way.
I know she is. She's like, we gonna have to get together. I was like,
yes.
Oh okay. I'm all for it. I'm like, you know what? You're right. We do.
Stephanie even looked at the picture of a family member. I ain't gonna say who, and said he looked like a Rolling Stone. Remember? Called him right on out, and she was right.
I don't want to be right about these things.
You said that one right there. Look, that one right there.
It's like, ooh, it's like, oh, let me just hide my face, child. Let me just hide my face.
Speaking of red light special, so it's funny because I was going upstairs to take a shower before doing this recording, and because you know when you have the long recording nights where you have to do two, so it's like, okay, let me go run upstairs, take a shower, be ready for Steph. And Corey was going to the gym, and I said, "You lucky I got it recorded, or I would take it from you." And then I told him, when you come back from the gym, I'm gonna lick you from the top to the bottom, but I don't know about from the bottom to the top because I burnt my tongue earlier. So
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all hear what y'all saying? That means Stephanie getting her oops, baby. I can't wait.
So when
You're
you
like,
said
what's
like
happening, girl?
I said that's the sign. Mm-hmm.
It is. It's the sign. Just let y'all know I'm getting my oops, baby. That's it. I don't want
I'm
him
gonna be like Arena and Jamie, and it was
child.
good too.
And it was good too. It's like Arena.
Isn't
Jamie
Arena
looked
so
like
Baltimore?
she
Arena
really is.
I love it.
Adore her.
Me
I will
too.
say this. Jamie looked like a lot of things, but he don't look like he gives subpar dick at all. He looked like it's like, look, I'm gonna have you shaking. I'm gonna get lockjaw because you're gonna have to put up my bullshit for like 30 something years. So I better be doing something.
That's what he, girl.
I'm just saying, Jamie looked like he's slanging.
He makes her see the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the river. She saw heaven.
He was like, what you mean it ain't good? Well, let me hitch up my horse then.
Right.
Okay, so Taria's here so we can recap these part 2 of the Love and Merge DC reunion. So
Money Mo was still the same person. Okay.
Oh, girl. So I asked Kendrick last week what was his grade for the season. What is your grade for the season of Love, the inaugural Love and Marriage DC?
I'm gonna give it a solid B, only because I feel like some of it seemed so real, right? And I actually liked a lot of the personalities, and I liked them together.
Correct.
But then some of it seemed like it was being manufactured, and almost looking at the castmate's face while the puppet was trying to master. It was almost like they was like, wait, this is happening. I know we're talking about the reunion, but like when Ashley said, what do you mean talking about Winter? What do you mean I don't have to see her? I literally see her. So, like, I feel like I'm gonna give it a B because of that. I feel like if the puppet master had have either stayed in Africa or came back and just been real, then maybe we would have had a 100% real season. If she didn't come to a reunion with notes from her castmates' behavior. Let me tell you something. While we're here, let's get into it. Miss Money Mo Samuels, aka T'Challa's mother.
See, if we had a reasonably shady podcast, just know I'd be the reasonable one for like 10 minutes, and then she'd be the shady one, and then we would change. It'd be like back the boat, change position, new position.
Well, because let me tell you something. I'm on top right now. I'm on top of you. I'm riding the shady. She tried to take notes. She tried to take notes from her old castmate Giselle Bryant. We all know Giselle knows how to push a storyline. We all know Giselle goes back and forth and in betweens. And Giselle doesn't necessarily tend to be concerned though. She's just like her concern is more harsh. I'll put it that way. So I feel like Monique said, "Oh, since I couldn't be friends with her, the best I could do is imitate her and try to do it on the show." But it does, even with Giselle, we know what Giselle's doing to a certain extent. I feel like that's her personality. Whereas Monique is trying to put up a front like she's this person when she is a gutter Barbie, just like what Winter said about Arena and Ashley, and be the gutter Barbie.
So okay, this is my deal with with Tick Tick Boom, with the bird lady, with T'Challa's Nana.
That's what it was.
So here's the deal. I thought it was very funny. Funny, not funny, funny, weird, that she categorized somebody that she's known 16 years, have been friends with 16 years, like you don't really know her like that. We don't really hang out. I'm like, so are y'all acquaintances? Because the damn sure don't sound like y'all friends. And the thing about it is just like, in the first part, she was saying y'all fold this narrative that we were good friends. And I'm like, no, Monique, that was you. You said we were really good friends. It's like, you said y'all were friends. Now it's like, I don't really know her like that. And then it was kind of like, this is the most interesting thing about Winter, is that she flat out said that I owe all of y'all an apology. And I mean, I get why it's too little too late, because I'd be ready to pop up myself. However, Monique, you technically did bring her into the fold, and you literally folded right on the fuck on top of her. And I said, oh, I wouldn't want to be Monique. And the thing about it, this is what I've said.
when it comes to, and let's be very clear. I don't think Monique Samuels is one of the most beautiful housewives I've ever seen. She has some of the best style I have ever seen. Mama turns a look.
Yes, she does.
Season and at reunion, I've never seen her look bad. She is a gorgeous woman. However, she has also shown us how she treats friends, and the people that you should pay attention to how she treated was 3: Candace, Sharice, and Gigi. Please pay attention to how she treated them.
Girl.
And all of a sudden, it came down to, I don't need y'all anymore. So when she said, we don't do rumors, and shout out to Rodney, because he said exactly what I was thinking. Oh, we don't do rumors. So was that you talking to Sherman's ex about what happened to him in a park? Because you said, we don't do rumors.
And then she tried to come back and say, well, but what I was stating was fact. It can still be a rumor. A rumor can be true.
Still be a rumor. And the thing about I understood, and the thing about it is like, I get it. Winter is messy.
Girl.
Winter is messy boots, honey. She needed to take them goddamn gloves off with that dress. Because it's like, girl, are you going down to 12 Oaks? When's the debutante ball? What the fuck are you wearing?
Yo, I was trying to sneak some of my chili and the beans almost just flew right down my throat when Stephanie said that. So if y'all heard a lot of fumbling, that's why.
Girl, what? So
and she was doing all this with the hands.
And then I'm like, girl, listen here. It's like, please stop doing that, because I'll be like, excuse me, I need this. Give me them damn gloves. It's like, girl, Coco Chanel said it. Before you leave the house, take one thing off. I voted for the gloves. I don't know what the fuck else you took off. But
remember, wasn't it like Jen Shaw? Didn't you have to take off her gloves too?
Yeah, girl. I kind of wish she had more jingle jangle on her glove. They would have told her to take them fucking things off.
Yeah, like I feel like Winter is protecting Monique, because I feel like she could have went in on her, and to me that shows, even though she's messy, I hope my radar is not wrong, but I feel like she probably has a good heart somewhere. You know what I mean?
I think so. Because the thing about it is, I was like, I would probably have a problem with Monique and Chris. Y'all sitting there chastising her about what she did, as if you ain't bring that woman's fucking ex-husband up into that damn cabin. I'd be cussing y'all out real quick. It's like,
and you knew.
Now I done told you. And Chris like, well, you knew I invited him. Did Winter know that? And she still brought her ass up in there anyway.
Right. And Winter didn't have to come with the sex therapist.
She surely did.
Stephanie, if you were coming to mediate something and I set it up for you, I don't have to go with you, because it would almost kind of maybe be borderline inappropriate.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, what? So think about it. The fact that we got a 2-part reunion and 90 of those minutes were dedicated to Winter is super odd to me. What friend of gets 75% of the reunion?
And handled herself good. Ouch. I will go. I liked, like you said at the end, what Ashley said. No, Ashley said, these are the reasons I'm not accepting the apology. Yeah. I appreciate Ashley communicating very clearly and directly, whereas Monique does not do that. And you notice Monique admitted in the scene, they showed the flashback where she said that it was her fault. But I was like, oh, so she's trying to take a different approach.
She is. She's like, I need to do it. So the thing about it is that Monique, I don't know, it's Uchi Wally on one mic when it comes to you and Winter, because I want to understand, if y'all not really that cool, y'all know too much, why does she feel so comfortable venting to you? It's like, I don't understand that. And then, because one, my ears were open when she said, when they find out, time out, how would they find out except if they hear from you?
And for her to say, I didn't want them watching the show coming.
It wasn't about, I peeped that too.
Girl, it wasn't about Winter. It's about
you. You're like, I didn't want y'all to think that I was messy. One, you don't control what the fuck comes out of Winter's mouth. So that has nothing to do with it. You didn't tell them so they could work it out with Winter. You told them so you wouldn't look like Boo Boo the Fool when this comes up at the reunion. Not necessarily. The bad part about it is I don't think it would have came up if you hadn't told them.
Right. But you know why she also had to do, she didn't want them, because she didn't want them to be looking at her Because you were laughing and going along, Shawnee O'Neal.
Ma'am, you laughed at it when she said it. I mean,
and you were like, wait, not the you didn't say,
said,
well, hold on,
girl,
wait a
and
minute.
that's then perched in the confessional. When they find out, how the fuck would they find out? And I'm like, Winter, the thing about it is, I feel like if Winter comes back and becomes full-time,
Monique,
let me tell you something. She gonna drag her ass. You try this shit with her one more time.
Now, did you hear this? I forget. I think it was I on a Reddit thread. I was somewhere deep on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, y'all almost burped into the mic. Somebody said that they did reach out to Gigi.
Girl.
I said, now, if Carlos did that,
let me tell you something.
I hope Monique knows at the end of the day, no matter how much you like Carlos, he's a producer and he wants to make a hit show. So if you think I don't believe for a minute that he would not have Gigi on the show. And normally I'm like, I want it to happen.
I really do. Because that's the person.
We don't do rumors, but you brought a binder to the reunion.
I'm like, we don't do that. We don't bring up no rumors. Ma'am, you had a tab for every fucking body on that show. Allegedly including yourself.
She was the only one. Did you catch? That girl sent the information to everybody on the cast. Karen had a problem with Giselle. Giselle was spreading rumors about Karen. None of them took the bait but Monique.
Yeah, because if you think that people are not lighting up Karen's DMs with shit about Giselle.
That's why she said the hot box. We know, allegedly, I'll say, but we know.
Right.
For all that.
She got that from somebody else. It's like, Monique, who are you talking to? Because it's like they came back and it's a better experience. And I'm like, what?
Because they put you in the center and they made it seem as if she facilitated everything. But Monique, it's like you can see it's all. Sometimes I want to laugh and sometimes I feel sorry for her because it's like you can see through the facade. Like she
I'm very confused. I'm like, huh?
She wants to be how Charisse was of Potomac. And Charisse naturally just had that thing where people,
because she was actually friends with Karen, Robin, and Giselle. She actually knew them and actually called them friends, as opposed to, I know of Winter, but we don't hang out. I mean, if I reach out, that's how I reach out to her. I feel like you knew Ashley because I remember when I saw Ashley on IG Lives, and it was like I'm like, yeah, I could see her on a reality show. So when they announced it, I'm like, Ashley Silver gonna be there. I knew she would, and I knew it.
Remember Blood, Sweat, and Heels, the original?
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a Blood, Sweat, and Heels Baltimore, but then when Daisy died from the original, she was going to be on it.
Oh, dang. Y'all can RIP Daisy forever. Y'all can reboot Blood, Sweat, and Heels.
Yes, I love
Ebony.
Her. Girl,
get her off Roni. Put her on Blood, Sweat, and Heels. You can redo it. You could redo it with Ebony. I'm like, it would make more sense. She did not make sense on Roni.
No,
it's like that's the thing. Ebony could literally do something else. You could bring her around. I wish Demetria still lived in New York because they probably could do it with Demetria too. But
How did you feel with Demetria? I went back and forth with Demetria. I remember.
I thought Demetria was fun to watch. I like her more now on her podcast. I was
just getting ready to say.
It was very interesting because Daisy was always my favorite on the show.
Me too. She just had something.
And I kind of like Melissa, but it was like, girl.
What about remember the model?
What was her name? Ooh, it is so long. I know Brandon's listening because he's like, "Yup, we need to get blood." I was like, "Let me tell you something. We need to get a campaign for blood." Yes, we do. We need a campaign for Blood, Sweat, and Heels to come back.
I'm with you. I am so.
I need it back. I just Blood, Sweat, and Heels. I just love it. Okay, so let's get back to the reunion. Winter.
Yeah,
so okay, did you hear this Discord about DJ Quicksilver calling Winter a bitch? I'm like, I could have sworn she was just talking about the boyfriend, and then in the second part, he was talking about the boy. He was calling her boyfriend a bitch. That's why I was like, wait, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
I could have sworn she was talking about. I thought he was talking about the boyfriend. I'm like,
it was clear. I didn't even have to rewind it. Like I heard it.
Right. That's why I was like, wait, what are y'all talking about?
And maybe I wonder if people automatically assume because when he said, I don't even normally do this, but So I said, people took that. I don't normally do this. And assume that he was
and I think it's the way that the you know how they do like the cut of the trailer for the next part. I think that's what it was, because I was like, wait, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, I could have swore he was just talking about that. So here's the thing about Winter, Jamie, and DJ Quicksilver.
Child.
Now, y'all,
that body language on Quick though,
honey. Let me just explain this to y'all. Now, Winter is messy. She is a messy boots warehouse. Not even messy boots. She's a whole warehouse full of boots.
She's a DSW.
Mess. Yes, she's the DSW of mess.
Boot warehouse.
Messy boot warehouse. That's what the fuck she is. We're not even negating that. However, thou doth protestive too much, gentlemen. Y'all doing a little bit too much, because also it's like, yeah, because I mean, she get that, and then we fact check it. If you never cheat on your wife,
that's what I was
going to you need to check.
When he said they fact checked the email,
fact check
meaning what? If somebody sent Ashley a picture of you hugged up with somebody, you don't have to fact check it. You automatically know, oh, I was probably DJing a party.
And right, and as soon as we said fact check, I'm like, that's not even me saying that I think Quick's cheating. I kind of don't think he is. Jamie, on the other hand, feels like he's done it probably at least 5 to 10 years ago, and now he'll do it no more.
I was gonna say, and I could see, I don't see Quick doing that, but if he did, I feel like it was
a long ass time ago,
too,
or something not that serious. You don't think? Yeah, I don't think he does not give. I'm gonna call my side piece a peasant and actually have a whole ass baby.
Yes.
He don't give that kind of energy. It's
and
like,
I can understand why Ashley was getting like, you are sitting here saying that somebody has sent you, girl, when Winter
and then when you said, I don't want to talk about it, bitch, you the one who brought it up.
And that's what makes you want to choke a hoe out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, the thing about it is, I can understand. I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with the anger, but I can understand why they mad. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? And why are you being so messy? But then he's like, well, Carlos asking a question because you opened the door. See, that's the thing. Here's the thing about y'all. When y'all on camera, y'all crack the door and Carlos just pulled the door open. Oh, we here? We open? No, stop cracking the fucking door for Carlos King. If you don't want him to you don't want him to open the door, don't crack the door.
Stephanie, thank you.
Winter, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I hear rumors all the time. He's DJ Quicksilver, hometown hero. I'm pretty sure you do. But the fact that she's like, when I got on the show, I heard more. I'm like, yeah, but why are you telling them that? I'm pretty sure that all of y'all got information about everybody else's dudes. That's how that works. I'm not even
we get
information.
I know that.
Exactly.
We get information.
Girl, you hear this? You seen this? You seen this? You're like, wait, what?
Right. Stuff that we be like, no, we ain't never.
I'm like, girl, I am not getting this. This is not my business, not my circus. I'm not.
We may say it to each other, but that's it.
Right. I'm like, Winter, it's like, it's a little bit of both. But this is when I will give a nice little flower. I'll give some grace to Winter. When she was like, if I'd known to be this messy, I would have got into it. When Monique said, you're the drama, I'm like, now hold on there, glasses. Not necessarily. Because one, you're the one who told her that you told them that she was calling y'all DJ Fun Size and Red Light Special, extremely funny, by the way. Just DJ Fun Size is kind of funny.
And that was like between girls. That might be something I would say to you if I just got into an argument with Kendra got into an argument. We both may meet. We make little fun, shady things, but it's like, girl, wait a minute. Are y'all not friends or not? Because you're like, I mean, I would never. Then why the fuck were you laughing, Monique? And she was laughing.
You were laughing because you know that shit is funny. It is funny. But that's the thing. Ashley don't fuck with her. So that's gonna be like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did she just say? That's hell. Let me tell your ass something. It's like, if I don't fuck with this bitch, what the fuck did you say about my husband?
You can tell Monique is not going to cross Ashley. She ain't gonna do it.
She not.
Because I think Ashley is a real one.
She really is. Because in the first part, because when I talked to Kendrick about it, I was like, you know, it's really funny when Arena was talking and Monique was talking. The cameraman kept putting their faces on. They kept putting the cameras on Ashley. I'm like, please stop doing that. Please stop, because I'm screaming laughing right now. Because she was like,
and I think Ashley wants to say so much more. She was on Twitter, and she had kind of liked some tweets that intimated that Monique was the catalyst, but she never would say. Because also, if you come in feeling like the reason you're on the show is because of this person, so I sort of got to kind of almost like you do at your job.
You saw it.
I seen it, because Ashley, I would bet money if they all came in off their own accord, just off the strength of who they were, it wouldn't have went down like that. I believe Ashley would have been in her behind, but you could look and see Ashley was kind of like,
give her another 2 seasons and she's gonna dig in Monique's ass.
Girl, she's not gonna play.
Because I was like, y'all don't think that if Monique hadn't told, I'm like, because why would you tell them that? Not to try to work anything out.
She did in the way she told them. It wasn't even like
it wasn't even just. It's like the Gutter Barbies is one, like she did that on her own. So it wasn't Monique.
Did you see the t-shirts? I said I was gonna get one.
Oh, I want one. I ain't seen the t-shirts. We should get one.
I want the name Gutter Snipe too. Like, who cares?
It was like Gutter. At first, I thought she said Ghetto Barbies, and I was like, oh, she said Gutter. I'm like, I guess Gutter is better. But the thing about it is like, then y'all got a right to dig in her ass. But Monique didn't tell y'all that. She just, like, y'all saw it on the show. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, Monique, you didn't have to facilitate an argument. And that's exactly what you did. Because they could have dug in her ass just for that.
And remember, her and Ashley and Winter were cool when they left that dinner. Ashley was very clear. I'm really not trying to be your friend, but
we cool. I don't hate you. It's like, that's it. He's like, I don't hate you. It's like
stuff from Monique. At that point, Monique, whether this is supposed to be, to me, this is supposed to be your real life, right? So you thinking that far ahead, I truly believe she got that from Candy, because Candy said, that's what made me look at Candy a little different. I still think Candy kind of like might use the factory a little bit to do her dirty work, but I feel like she said, listen, stuff that happens when they're group off camera, I don't say nothing. Y'all have never heard me say anything about that. But when we're on camera,
if it comes up on camera, it's all fair
game.
It's all fair game. Kenya's the same way.
It's different with Candy than it is with Monique. Monique, you are trying to be, you are trying to be the one to push story like Giselle. Truth of the matter is, we can see through you though.
Yeah. And
Giselle doesn't necessarily try to put up a front. So Giselle will just be, I remember I heard an interview with the producer of Potomac, and they were like, who would be the one you'd call to go hang out with? Who would be the one you'd want to go to smoke cigars with? Who would you call when you want to laugh? And he said, Giselle. He said, Giselle will call you and be like, did you hear so and such and such and such? And I'll have to say, Giselle, no, that is not the right story. You telling it wrong. And she'll be like, oh, okay, bye. So she doesn't have, she don't get like, oh, I want people to see me a certain way.
Yeah.
Monique gives that clearly.
I'm like, no, I just want to, I don't want it to stick to me. So I'm going to tell you what she said so y'all can handle it. It's like, wait a minute, time out. You didn't have to carry that bone.
Did you catch the conversation? I wanted to hear when she said, even though it was little, when Carlos was like, do you think you and Winter can move forward? First of all, I don't think that question should have been directed towards Monique, because
it absolutely should not have.
Ain't no way. But then when she said, I want to move forward, I mean, we have a group text that's active, and then showed Arena and Ashley at Monique's house. And I was like,
and I think, what's her name? Tamika? There was like somebody who was another friend of, and you didn't really see her.
With the earring. I liked her husband though. He was funny.
So the thing about this is that it's very interesting that, we don't really hang out this, that, and third, but mama's in the group chat. Right. Which one is? I'm like, I don't understand. And the thing about it is like, I don't know if they just cut out if Winter said anything, but she surely was very quiet, but then getting lines like, I'm very confused about how Monique is talking about our friendship. I'm like, I'm gonna tap you on your lace front, baby. She not your friend.
Bring Jesus with you.
And right. And the thing about it is, the bad part about it is you don't have any friends on that show.
Thank you.
You might be able to salvage Arena, maybe. Ashley, no.
Ashley is a done dot. Like
Ashley's like, no, because she apologized before and she kept doing the same thing. And I'm like, so here's where I'll give her a little bit of grace. Technically, no, she didn't. It is just because she kept getting stories from Monique. I feel like the same lunch is I don't think she kept doing stuff. It's just that you heard from Monique, she was still talking about it. I don't think she was. So I'm
then Carlos did ask the question. She didn't bring it up. So that's true. She was asked the question.
She was asked,
whether she wanted to be messy with the about question is a different. That's different.
Right.
She was asked.
I was like that. So
Carlos knows what he's doing.
He know what he's doing because it's like
Ashley and Arena are newbies.
It's like y'all are new to this clearly because you're new. I was like, it don't really seem like y'all having one. It's like she keeps having conversations. I'm like, yeah, because y'all keep fucking asking her.
Yeah, it's the same thread. It's the same.
It's the same conversation. Yeah. She's adding more nuance and context to the same damn conversation. And the thing about this is like, Ashley, I love you, baby, but please stop acting like some of your delivery was a little bit stank.
Child,
and it was shady as hell.
I
loved it, but it was like,
right
now, I would love it if I was talking directly to you.
Right.
It was like, it's like, I get it's like, because one, Ashley's very direct. So it's kind of like, if you don't really know somebody like that, or you've never dealt with somebody that direct, it comes off like, what? But it was like, it'd be fine for me. I don't know how I feel if I come in the door with half my head shaved, dealing with this random ass dude who live in a basement.
Girl. And what Ashley said was true. She said, yes, I was basically me talking about your husband and your affairs. I didn't get that from the street. It's information.
I heard it literally like, I'm asking you a question about what the fuck you just said. Wait a minute, hold up. You didn't know what the fuck this man lived and you married him. He's like,
girl,
that. I'm like, girl,
I said, now where's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? She would not go to the house because of COVID. So you married him?
Read some. I'm like, I'm sorry. We go from not even cohabitating to literally signing paperwork. I'm sorry. The math is not mathing for me. And not even Zoom marriage counseling. You couldn't get no pastor to get on the Zoom.
Kevin is about as nutty as a fruitcake. I got exactly what Winter was saying. He was like, he's trying to make it seem like she wrote this book about me.
That's not what she did.
Well, but it was about our love before she found out about stuff.
Before it's like, baby, check the imprint date, take the publication date.
I'm pretty sure it's funny when Monique says copyright 2020.
It's like, girl, baby, what are you doing?
And then when Winter started singing, I said, okay, now she might.
Girl, I'm like, first of all, the fact that I think it is on the titles, it is. I said, I know it's right because I'm like, I kind of like her voice. We need to have Drew versus Winter versus.
Drew versus Winter versus Candace versus.
Candace will sing them under the table. So now you get Drew.
Yeah, I can get Drew.
She'll bring her dog bones. You'll bring like your fun size Snickers and sit on the red light.
About all that when you come on the podcast. So.
Oh, please do, because I have so many thoughts and fifis.
We're talking. Is it a spoiler? But Stephanie's coming on, and we're going to talk Beverly Hills and Atlanta. We'll probably talk Atlanta for 26 seconds and the rest will be Beverly Hills.
No, it will not, because I got something for all them heifers.
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold on. Somebody brought back floozy into my vocabulary. I'm like, I got something for them floozies.
Did you see where somebody said, let's go back to calling people like floozy? It was a whole bunch of
heifers.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, because I love a good floozy or a hussy. I got your number, hussy.
You scallywag.
Come on. Listen here, Jezebel. It's like her. Delilah spirit.
Yeah, your Delilah spirit.
It's like, shut up, Drew Cinder. Her name is Drew, y'all. Girl, her name is Drew. All right.
What in the Drew needs a stylist? Did she have on Watch What Happens Live?
Okay, so we're gonna sidebar. We're talking about Atlanta. Let me just say this about Miss Drew. Now, Drew, you took a very long way to know.
Say it.
Ma'am, you got in front of that 4-time gold medal winning Olympian and told her she better just give her man a baby because that's what he want. And then
Absolutely
when Andrew
not.
flat out asked you a yes or no question, do you regret? It's a yes or no question. You went hither and yon around the mulberry bush to and from Portia's house to tell us no. It's like, ma'am, you sound whack as hell. And you know it's bad when Andrew's like, you sound like the Supreme Court. Ma'am.
Or the black church. I told
got it.
Corey, I said, that's that church. That is
And
that
she was
old
like, I mean, if
church
your
song.
husband wants a baby, I'm like, so first of all, you would have to literally file a restraining order for me to get off of Aaron Ross's dick. That's the first thing. The second thing is, why are you telling this woman to have a baby that you're not even going to help raise? Shut the hell up, ma'am. It's like, yeah, you give him more babies. How's that working out, Drew? Your man going to take little trips to the stripper capital of the world, which is Tampa, Florida, and you have 2 babies.
And
Oh, by the way, you have birthed 3 children, if I'm not mistaken, and he's telling you that you deserve Lunchables. But you're telling her, who has a man who loves her, and he look like he do, and it's like, it's supportive of her, and he's about to tell Kenya something more, shut the fuck up, and leave, don't come after my wife. Don't do it, because I don't know. It's like, no, this shit ain't cool. You're not going to like bet. You're not going to talk to my wife any kind of way in front of me. That's it. Drew, you are the last person to talk about what you should do for a husband. Also, producers, stop making saying you call her or talk to her. They are not friends.
They weren't friends in the beginning.
Y'all set up one scene. Y'all set up one scene for her to come pick you up out of accident because y'all told her to call her. And now all of a sudden she's leaning into, I mean, she came into this show as my friend. Time out. Listen to what you just said. Not that she is your friend. She came onto the show as your friend. Because baby, she not your friend. You a stranger like all these other hussies on this show.
And Drew was trying, and Sonya's just trying to figure out which one she like,
which one of these heifers are my real friend? I would say, I don't know why people don't come in as Candy's friend, because Candy know every fucking body.
Everybody.
It's like, everybody know her ass. Bring on Monietta. I'm like, see, I want to know what happened in the testing, why she is not full-time or at least considered a friend of.
I was listening to B. Scott last year.
Oh, okay.
And he said he broke the news who everybody was going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
They broke the news. And they said producers really like Monietta, but she came in late to filming. So she'll probably be full-time next year.
Oh, good. Because I like
Simmons too, but she was committed.
Yeah, because I remember those like those wishes about
I
her
don't
too.
want my housewives that young. I'm sorry, I do not.
And that's the thing. I have been saying this since last year. When it comes to the revamp of shows, I have said Roni needs to age down. Atlanta needs to age up. It's like that is your issue. Stop trying to bring these younger people in to fit in with Ramona.
Stephanie, you are right.
And Luann. For what?
You are right. Either leave them as they are. You don't think that newsflash, you don't think that us Black folks already knew the ladies we were watching in New York and we just like laughing at white ladies?
Hello?
We already knew who they were.
They were funny white ladies.
They are there.
Hello? Why do you think we watched Orange County and Beverly Hills? We don't need no Black people in here. I mean, I love Sheree, but you know.
Black people were not the ones asking for these integrated casts. I mean, well, we're not a monolith, so some were, but I know the ones I know who were really watching these shows.
And I was like, I don't need a when it comes to integration, I don't need a token. That's not integration.
Thank you.
I don't need you to give us a token and say, this is the first. I'm like, that is not as cute as y'all think it is.
It sure is not. It sure is.
It's like, I don't need people like who literally don't have to think about have inclusive language or act like they don't know any Black people. No, they don't know no rich Black people, no rich Asian people, no rich Latino people, no rich Middle Eastern people. Y'all act like y'all know who the fuck these people are, but yet you be in their fucking face, eating their fucking food, eating the caviar on their potato, acting like you don't know who the fuck these people are. This is why I'm like, get Miss Shay from Bling Empire on this fucking show for Beverly Hills. She would literally shit on all of y'all. Ma'am, she whispers because she's fucking wealthy.
Girl, and wealth whispers.
Anna Shay would eat y'all up.
And and Kyle would be so.
Let me tell you something. And I think she does know Kathy Hilton. This is when it's bad. Kathy Hilton's a brokey to her ass.
Chop.
It's like,
Kyle
girl,
would be a colonoscopy to Anna.
It's like, Anna would eat Diana up. I swear.
Girl.
I'm like, get some real. See, that's the thing. Y'all act like only white people are wealthy. Get these crazy rich Asians. Get these wealthy ass Asians up in this piece. Get them the fuck up on out of here because they're going to blow your asses out the water. That's why y'all don't. Hence why y'all should not be centering Dubai around some white woman. I have always had a goddamn issue. I'm like, I liked Stanbury on Ladies in London. That's why she should have stayed. But like y'all doing Dubai, and then you're finding all these black people in Dubai. It's Dubai. You should not be centering this franchise around a white woman. It's like, girl, shut the fuck up. And the thing about this Stanbury could be, you could pluck her up and put her out of here.
She was the front so that it could be made once you realized the brown girls were popping.
I was
the black girls.
It was like, excuse me, Chanel Ayan is the moment. Period. Dot.
When Chanel said, I cannot be, how do I look like you? I'm a black woman. I said,
she's like, I'm a black woman. She's like, I can't just like, excuse me, she's looking like, I can't mute this. Like, what the hell? The thing about it is, ma'am,
Hill vanilla, because you're not even worth Briar's vanilla.
Here, like, how is she going to upstage me? So first of all, if I have a party and invites Naomi Campbell, I already know what the fuck she's going to give effortlessly. And so I'm like,
either have to go above or come naked.
Exactly. It's like, ma'am, get your pretty ass over here. Get it. You in all these fucking pictures. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell in it. Like, it's Chanel Ayan. I was like, she's not wearing a wedding. I'm like, is it just me or she's not wearing a wedding dress? I'm like, it looked like a swimsuit and a cape. I was like, wait a minute. Is that well, also, ma'am, see, I'm no stylist. Sometimes I cosplay as one and get shitty about what y'all choose. But I will say this. If you telling everybody to wear white, why the fuck are you wearing white?
Right.
Bitch, why didn't you just wear a different color?
Right. Or
overdo it.
That somebody may come to a wedding in Dubai that's being filmed
in a white dress. Why would you ask these questions? I'm like, excuse me, Oprah do it at her Legends Ball. She tells them all wear black and white. She wear red because it's her fucking party. A lot of people do that. I'm gonna have a white party, but I'm gonna wear something different because it's my fucking party.
And she wore pink.
Thank you, because that's what you're supposed. I'm like, Caroline, this is why you and your intern are getting on my nerves.
Did you say?
First of all,
can I say something real quick?
Unpaid intern.
Child.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say something really quick.
Oh no.
I've missed a couple of episodes. I need to catch up, but listen, do I like 100% the way Brooke came at old girl? No. However, no. I asked you a question about boarding school.
I didn't ask you. Yeah.
Now, see, Brooks, you went far.
You went a little bit too far, baby.
You went a little bit too far. That to me, because if I was your real life friend and you went off on me like that, we would have had a problem when them cameras.
We would have been tussling.
Who are you talking to?
The thing about it is, it's like, Sarah, if you don't take your honorary doctorate and get the fuck on up out of my face, ma'am, she didn't ask you all of that. And that's like, I get it. Brooks is drunk. And also in Dubai, you're not supposed to have no raised voices. It shouldn't be yelling. They had to tell y'all to be quiet because it's fucking Dubai. But the realest thing that Brooks said, it didn't matter what your intent. You hurt me. That is it. That's Sarah. No one's asking about your intent. We're talking about the impact. She was asking you about borders. She's like boarding
what do you think
school.
About sending kids to boarding school?
You need to love your son more. Girl, what the hell are you talking about?
Based on a few second interaction.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
Let you know, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in other cultures. In a Black culture, we know mothers. The tone can sometimes come a little harsh across. We both have mothers that,
and she's Caribbean. So I'm like, why the fuck y'all playing with this?
Exactly. However, when it comes down to it, that boy knows, just like I know, just like you know about your mom. My mom don't ever even have to say the word I love you for me to know she loves me because of the sacrifices she made when I was younger and now.
Look here.
For you to judge how much she loved her,
because you were judging her, and that's the part that she didn't want to admit. You were judging her.
Because how would you even? Because where would that come from?
That. Period. Dot.
Girl, I was like,
and as much as I don't like, period. Dot. And the thing about, as much as I give fever to Caroline Stanbury, even she said, I would never say that. Because you know better. What, mom? You listen here. You're not gonna tell me how to raise my kid unless you are half. It's like she was like, I should have I would never say that to somebody. No. I'm like, yeah, you cannot talk about my parenting unless you are half of the DNA of that child.
I know that's right.
Shut the fuck on up. And the bad part about it is, it's like her and her little friend who just wanted to come to the sand party and wear his all white. Let me tell you something. He deserved that cussing out. He deserved it. I'm like, shut the hell up. You were, and that's the thing. That is like, I feel like y'all had some kind of disconnect somewhere, and you have been waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We are here. If you don't get the fuck out, look here. It's bad enough that we are filming in the house that I usually fuck all these random ass dudes in instead of the house where I raised my kid. Because they're like, why are there no pictures of the kid? Because this is not where he lives. This is where she fucks dudes. I am not stupid, okay? I'm like, why are y'all acting like, oh, this is where her kid is? No, he don't. What kid? The kid that she fucking because he over like 21? That kid?
You know what?
Not the kid that lived there. He don't live there. She don't live there. This is the filming house. This is the filming and fucking house. Okay? This is not where the kids live. This is not where the wild things are. I'm like, why? Like, I don't blame you. You would not be in my house if this is like, especially in Dubai, especially if she's a single parent. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame. Like, it seemed like he's not really there because he don't live here.
Because he don't live there, right?
Did you say it was a summer house? Like, girl.
Yes, yeah. Like, why?
This is the summer house. Summer is supposed to be fun, fucking, and filming. Fun. That's it. I'm like, Sarah, you need to back the fuck down. But I'm glad Brooke said that I owe Nina an apology because I came at her too hard because she projected a lot.
Yeah.
Because she also was a little bit drunk. And I'm like, I'm glad you recognize that. Because also, Nina, mind your fucking business.
Girl.
Sometimes it was like, you shouldn't have stepped in that because that's between Sarah. And the bad part about it is Sarah didn't back down. And the minute that Brooke said something, my father is sick.
Girl,
was he sick when you said something about my parenting, bitch?
Thank you. Was he
sick then? Because I'm pretty sure he was.
Child,
you don't know what I have to deal with as a single parent. It's like you don't know what I have to deal with. So do not weaponize your father when you don't want me to weaponize my kid.
Right.
It's like, it can't be both, Sarah. And like, no one's talking about your intent. We're only talking about the impact. If you are really Brooks's friend and you see the impact of your words hurting her, just say, I'm so sorry. It sounded like I was judging you. And I'm like, in my mind, I was not, but it doesn't matter what I think or what I intended.
That's the way to say it.
It's how it came out. And I am sorry. Because I know that you're doing the best that you can. And I am so sorry for how I said what I said.
And I understand that a person should be able to be given the ability to say, this is what I meant, but not in a way like, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Just how you just said.
You shouldn't feel that way. I'm like, but that is how I felt.
But that's how I feel.
I'm not talking about your intent.
You say that and the person said, that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. Exactly what you just said. I am so sorry. I understand my words made you feel that way. And I truly, like.
That's it. That's all you have to do. I hurt you and I am sorry. That's it. You don't have to say, well, I just felt like I don't give a fuck about your feelings because you don't give a goddamn about Brooks's feelings. And I know she can be an asshole and she is nasty and she can do it. However, Sarah, you are not clean in this.
No, at all.
You're not.
I feel like clean. Sarah's not like
It's like, girl, shut up. I'm like, I don't need no condescending, preachy ass bitch in my fucking face. Eat my goddamn food, sitting around with my white gay friends who can't wait to pounce on me. It's like, girl, I don't need your self-righteousness. You can take your condescending ass and go back to your house.
That's like
get out of my face.
What are they not like? To me, certain
things. Wait, hold on. What's not clicking?
What's not clicking?
What's not clicking? What is going on in that little brain? Because I swear I'd cussed you out.
Oh my God. When she said that, my heart, because we know I know there's been times when your child could do something and no one else knows, but the person that's raising you, and then you have all these outside opinions, so you doubt yourself. But then to have someone who's only known you for 5 seconds.
Girl, it's like, well, I'm just giving my opinion on boarding school because that's what the fuck I asked you about. I'm sorry, is this about boarding school? Is this about, it's about boarding school? Then shut the fuck up.
Keep going.
And you kept talking. You didn't get
really
to cue
her
up.
Friend should have been like, her friend kind of went against her a little bit, which is why
that's what I'm saying. Understood. He was sitting there waiting. I'm like, wait a minute, you her friend. Why are you ganging up? It did feel like y'all were ganging up on her. And it's like, Sarah, dial it back. Like, her better
right here who
than
wants
Sarah.
To be on camera.
He ain't say not a damn thing. He's like, I'm gonna eat this food and not say nothing. And it's like, Pool Farm is like, yeah, friend, you should have said nothing. Or at least said, maybe we should table this. Maybe this is not the time to have this conversation. Or
I've known her for forever.
It's like, or it says like, no, wait, no, I have to say this. I've been her friend for X amount of years and she loves that little boy. You could stick up for her because you've actually seen her as a parent. Why are you not? I'm like,
because then Brooke say something like him being there when the son was born or something like that.
Yes.
So
I'm like, how are you
for
not
you to
defending her?
Go along with this sideline hoe, like.
I'm like, Brooks, you need better friends. Bring back Faye and her booty.
Child.
I just
send away those contacts.
All right. You know what? We're gonna go back to Love and Marriage DC. I'm not doing this today. I ain't talking about these. Nope. I'm not gonna talk about Brooks and her contacts from 2001. Okay, so Love and Marriage.
Like K. Michelle's little sister.
Oh, you shaking the table.
I rap like Shorty now.
You know what? So I will say that this is very interesting coming from, the conversation back to Love and Marriage DC. Okay. We're going to talk about marriages and basically the notion that Moni came to get a divorce. I'm like, why do you think Mr. Man, because we can't call him big boy anymore, why do you think he was changing his tone? Like, oh no, I'm learning now. I'm like, you talk like you're a man who don't have no prenup. Them 4 houses, that portfolio, she get half, bitch, and child support on time. Yeah, you better change your tone before she take your ass to the cleaners and then go really fuck the trainer. I'm sorry. Y'all can't see my face. I'm a fool. But I think I agree with Quick when he said, and Carlos agreed too, which is very funny whenever you think about it. TV does not end marriages. It exposes the weak ones. And I actually kind of agree with that because now your marriage is under a microscope. That is reality TV. So if it's any kind of cracks, we see it. Because one, no bigger crack was Arena and Jamie.
At all. And
I'm like,
oh my God. I'll say trigger warning. And I do not know this for sure because we don't know them. But something about Arena's demeanor and Jamie makes me feel like there's some type of abuse, whether it's verbal. I'm not necessarily saying physical, but I feel like there's almost like she's she has the attributes. I won't say attributes of a physically abusive woman because she does speak up. But it's something in her demeanor that like, almost like a child, I should say, rather than like she's not his equal almost.
Yeah.
That's how he makes her feel. And that's how she, But at the same time, she does speak up. Something about her demeanor with him gives me something dark about him.
So this is that's the most interesting thing about the Tylers. So it gives an imbalance, and I'm not exactly sure where this is coming from, but also it's from a place of So she is 47. So they don't really know how old Jamie is, but there's so I found a site where it says, given his appearance, his age could be between 48 and 55. I can almost guarantee you that Jamie Tyler reads at least a nigga that's 50. So I don't think it's that big of a gap, but I think about the fact that Irena had children very early. Like her oldest child, I think she was like 16 or 17. So that forces you to grow up really quickly.
Yeah.
Then you meet a guy who may not be that much older, but seems a little bit more settled. Because when he said, I made her the way she is, and people are like, what the hell did you say? And then you see them doing lives kind of clear up the fact that, okay, so this is not what he meant.
Right.
But you know him. That's the issue. That's the thing that I noticed about Irena. Irena's not scared to say anything to Jamie. She's not scared to say it. I think it's what it is. It's like I really wish, and I said this to Kendra too, I wish Jamie did the same thing that Quick and Chris did, even though I feel like Chris's motivation is don't fucking divorce me and take most of my shit. Okay. However, you didn't look at it like I need to get my shit together. Because that's basically what it is. It's like you don't have a camera. Y'all film these tickety talks that's like 60 seconds. You don't have cameras looking at you like, wait, is that how I sound?
And watching your reaction.
Because it's like, girl, what is going on?
He is something else. When they were talking about Winter, when they all went to the couples thing, and he was like, I said talk about something else. That was when I was like, oh, wait up.
What are you talking about? Why are you telling us that?
Yeah.
Why don't you want us to talk about this? Because it was kind of like Jamie. So I think it's really weird the things that I see in Jamie. Jamie reminds me of every dude that's in your family. Everybody know a Jamie Tyler. Everybody. Okay. So it's like everybody either is in your family, it's your friend's family, that one uncle that is harsh with his words.
Yes.
Sometimes he's saying some off the wall shit. However, you call his ass up and say, I need. He the first person there. He the first person. Because that is Jamie Tyler.
And I feel like, so I take back again, I apologize to listeners because I shouldn't, and to Jamie, if you ever hear this, I shouldn't have said abusive, but it's almost like an abusive. Send it right to him. It's like, we were sticking up for you, Jamie. Right. I almost feel like it could be an abusive power at times.
It's a power imbalance.
Yes, the power and he knows that. So it's almost like he pulls rank. But when he started talking about his kids,
I was like, this is why I like Jamie, because he loves his kids.
Yes. And I got what Irena was saying about being the one when they were little. I also got what Jamie was saying. He was saying, this is already, like, we've already talked about all this stuff. Now it's making me look like I'm not even involved with my kids. So I got what he was saying, but I also got, as a woman, what Irena was saying, because when she said, can you give me some credit? People don't give women credit because
they don't. Because if your sons excel, it's because of the daddy. If he fuck up, it's because of the mama. It's like you don't give them. So when little Jamie, the fact that y'all call him little Jamie, came up and said, oh, you got it from daddy. He's like, I know I got it from my mama. And Kurt's like, Irena, can I give him credit? It was like, Jamie's the one who said it.
Thank you.
The son is the one who said that.
The son is the one who said it.
Because when he does, they do look like Jamie. It's like, of course, y'all handsome like your daddies. Like, I don't understand. I'm like, I knew it, but it was like, one, little Jamie is not going to let y'all forget that his mama took care of him. He, like, little Jamie, and also Jason reminds me of John David Washington, because he's Denzel's son. Everybody brings up Denzel. Let me tell you something. The minute y'all do, he's like, wait a minute, don't act like my mama ain't no slouch. My mama's an actress too. My mama helped me too. So he never lets you forget. So it's like, Jamie, it's kind of like, when it comes to rearing your children, it's like, it's my mama. Don't play her like that. She's my mama, but she also was an actress. Why are you acting like she not no actress? Don't do that. So it's like, Jamie, I get, because when I got what you're saying, but Jamie, please stop doing that. You said in the first part, you made her. And now we're giving her grace because, one, she flat out said she had to learn Braille. Did you learn Braille, Jamie?
Thank you.
She learned. Did you learn Braille? He's like, why are you acting like I got up and took him to school. You're their fucking father. And you're not the man that lives in the house.
They weren't even talking about, because I remember thinking, there's a reason. I can't remember now because, like I said it was fresh, but like the little thing.
Yeah.
There's a reason they were talking about what they were talking about, and her saying what she said. Nobody said you
didn't do anything. But it's like, if she was the one that was majority of the ones with the children, she should get majority of the praise.
Yes.
Not that you didn't do anything, because there's no way, because notice she has never said that you did not do anything. She was just said, give me praise because I was there. If you were there 35% of the time, she was there 65%. That's all she was saying. It was not equal, especially if you have and it's like the thing, I don't want to say special needs. He just has a disability. Because Jason... Okay, sidebar. Why was I sitting here like, why are y'all talking like Jason is developmentally delayed as opposed to just being blind? I'm like, that kind of like,
if I was just
like, wait a minute. I thought he was just blind.
If I had came in just listen, I would have thought he was developmentally a little bit behind. I'm like, they were like, oh, he's so smart.
I'm like, he's just blind. It's like, I'm sorry. That's why I was like, did I miss something? Because I could have swore he was just blind, unless he is developmentally delayed, and I missed that part because I really feel like I didn't
miss that part. Nope, I mean you didn't miss it because
I was sitting here like,
I remember.
I don't understand why y'all were just. It was like y'all talking to someone who's developmentally delayed and not just someone who is blind. Right. I was very confused. How mature
he was when Jamie was crying. He was like, Thank you
got a girlfriend. I'm like, he's a handsome man. He is just blind. I don't understand this.
Blind men have like girlfriends. Some people with Down syndrome have partners. Like
people who are physically disabled, blind, deaf, not able to walk. They have partners and they can do for their own. It's just that what I do realize with Arena, she did a lot. This is how you know she did a lot more than you, Jamie. It's like, that's the thing. No one was saying you weren't doing anything. It was just that Arena did more, and you can tell. Why do you think they all come to you saying, can you talk?
That's what I was getting ready to say. When she had that dinner for Jason, she would, a mom will say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Because I do that for my kids.
Yeah.
My son wants little Corey wants a ceiling fan in his room. They didn't wire in there. So Corey has to cut the ceiling. He was like, yeah, I'll get to it. So I told little Corey, give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
So then he was like, and I said, he sweats a lot at night. He really would probably need a ceiling fan.
Right.
And he said, all right, here's the deal. No, he said, all right, I'll try to get to it. I said, well, try. Here's the deal. If you want him to have a ceiling fan, you pick it out and get it, and I'll do it. So I texted Corey like, thumbs up, but so mothers we do that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Because even when they were like going for the break and they came in there, it's like, it's not that, it's like, you have no problem with Arena giving her opinion as long as it's not on camera. Because you were embarrassed. So you're projecting because it's like, nobody don't see my side. I'm like, because we're watching the show, Jamie, and your friends, Quick Call said that you were handling this wrong twice. And you still didn't listen. I'm like, Jamie, no, he's like, I don't feel heard. I'm like, because they're going by what they see. I don't think Jamie's a bad person. And she actually said, no, you are a very good father. And you could tell based on, because Quick is the one who said he was like afraid to cry and I don't want to cry. You saw Jamie crying on that stage.
Yes.
So it's like, Jamie is not afraid to show his emotions. And that's like all of the emotions, sadness, frustration, and anger. And frustration and anger is what we mostly saw from Jamie. I'm like, Jamie, you have ways to grow. And he even said, thank you for dealing with me. And like, I was in my stuff. I'm like, yeah, because you're being defensive about, and that's what a lot of people do when they see themselves on camera. They get defensive. They're like, that's not what I meant. And I don't know why y'all think that about me, because we're only going by what we see.
Well, and if they would let their defenses down a little bit and just say, oh, wow, I didn't realize.
Right.
Which, and Monique comes off that same way, but hers is more of a, Jamie's, I feel like sometimes comes from a place of Black men. And he was like, raised
I'm
by
doing
his father.
my best. Know, I'm busting my ass every day. I'm like, no one said you didn't.
Thank you. And him wanting to control. No, you need to be a DJ. He's not. And I got.
He don't want to do that.
Right. And I could see my dad doing that. Our parents feel like they know what is best, but they don't. But I didn't look at it like, I mean, is it a bad thing? It could be, but that's a way that Black men show love to it was like he's invested in his life versus someone who is not. So even though it could be like a little bit toxic sometimes, but that's just how Black folks were not taught.
Jamie Tyler is an example of the provider.
Like Denzel and Fences almost.
I'm provider. I take care of everybody. I helped you get out of debt. This, that, and the third. And it's kind of like, now, Jamie, I'm not married, but I will say this. Once you're married, you inherit each other's debt. So this wasn't just for her. It was also for you. You don't want that fucking debt. So that's why you helped her. Stop acting like you did it. I'm like, to help her. I'm like, you're married to her. It's your debt too.
It's your debt. Because did you notice in the show when they talked about TikToks and he was like, yeah, we make money, but I let her spend that little bit of or something on TikTok. No, you making money.
It's like, this is her little money. And now she got stuff going on. And I was just like, that's the thing. It's like, there is room for improvement in all of those relationships. All of them.
Because I thought the sex therapist did an excellent job with the way she was talking to them and telling Arena, you need to communicate to him.
Because she don't.
It wasn't just about sex and let's get it on. I feel like she gave them
she wanted intimacy. I feel like it's not just about the physical, put your penis in my pussy. It's more of, I need the romance. I don't want to be like that. I'm like, it's not about the actual actions. It's the other stuff.
And that's why I feel like with the oral sex, I feel like that's why she didn't connect to it, because that is a very intimate thing.
Correct.
And you have, that's a very intimate, even more so to me than sex.
Right.
So I feel like that's why she didn't connect to it.
Yeah. Because the thing about it is, it's like, I think what this show is doing is giving Arena more.
Go on Teespring. Go ahead and open up your merch line. And it needs to say, the thing about it is, here's the nuance. Queen of nuance.
I'm trying to. I need a little crown, Okay.
But I'm just saying, I think that's what you should do, but go ahead.
Yeah, because
you need the link to Teespring.
I do need the link. I need my merch. I'm coming up on 5 years for Mocha Minutes. I need to get my shit together.
Let me go ahead here and look up Teespring real quick.
So this is the thing about this show. Here's the thing. I don't think that Arena is just saying this shit to Jamie. She's always said it and he's ignored it. And now you got other eyes and ears going, stop ignoring your wife. The reason why she ain't gotten over it is because you won't let her go through it. You won't let
that was good.
It was like, baby's like, because she ain't gotten through it because the person she talking to don't listen to her.
Right.
She can't say it to herself.
Why are you still talking about this? Why are you still talking about this?
Because when y'all did not resolve this. Resolution can't happen unless y'all discuss it. And Jamie's thinking like, enough time has passed, we shouldn't have to discuss it. And I did agree with DJ Momo over there when she said, I don't want me and Chris to be like y'all in 30 years. I'm like,
yes,
that is why she was asking you questions. That's was why. Because she was like, wait a minute. We coming up on 10. How y'all get to 20 something?
Right.
And y'all ain't want to talk about it.
Right. You can see that they had these issues weren't just new and didn't just come up.
It's not new. It's just that you don't want to hear it because you, Jamie, walked into this like it was going to fix Arena.
Yes,
because
almost like
you thought she was the problem. She's not. She's
that
not. I wouldn't say even a problem.
That white lady read him good.
And she ain't like that because it's like, oh, you're not going to read her? I'm like, it's not just her that needs to change. Arena, stop holding stuff in, thinking you get enough time. It's not.
And
Jamie, shut the fuck up and listen.
Read Arena too and said, you portray this image that everything is
fine. I wouldn't bash my husband in public. You might want to start. I'm not telling you to bash your husband. I don't want you to bash your husband. But that's the thing. Arena, speak more. Jamie, listen. Not pause to wait to respond. Listen.
And not only
listen
that,
more. Arena, talk more.
I was gonna say, listen with your ears and not your mouth. Because when you listen with your mouth,
you can't listen with your mouth. It's like, did you even hear what she just said? The thing is, do you care about Arena? Then listen to her. Just go like, I didn't realize this was still an issue for you because you've never listened to her.
Because it could have been resolved probably
years ago. Why
ago.
do you think all your kids looking at you like,
and even,
I mean, we know this about you. You don't listen to us.
What the daughter said about he like wants to control everything.
I said he gives very thin tutuola on the show because when they said he was a narcotics agent, I'm like, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Did you say Fenton?
Yes, Fen Tutuola. He is the Fen Tutuola of Love and Marriage DC. I was like, so he was a what?
He used to be a
narcotics cop. He used to be a narcotics cop. I was like, that's what it is. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. That's why he's very regimented. He's very like rigid. Yes. And I'm like, because he used to be a cop. Wow. And it's like he could be like, if y'all said he had been in the army, I'm like, yeah, no, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's not that, and I don't, because the thing about it is, but also there's a part of me that just kind of like likes Jamie, because when he said I had big dreams for these two, and I'm like, you can still do them,
right?
Jamie, I'm like, that's why I'm like, Jason is just blind. Are y'all not saying something? Because I'm missing something. Right, I'm missing it. Even if he is developmentally delayed, why is?
I wonder if because also when you grow up with Black parents, it's almost like they sacrifice everything for you. So in turn, you're supposed to do that for your kids. And if your child is born with maybe a disability, not that they don't love the child, but you almost feel like, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
So are people looking at you?
Because I don't remember. Did they say he was born blind or did he develop it?
That I don't remember.
I don't remember. And it's like, because if he was born, I'm like, yeah.
But can't he partially see like light and stuff?
I think so.
I really don't know. Surgeries for that?
I think that's the thing. When it comes, I think they're
getting
more for eye surgeries now, because medicine and technology is more advanced now. So you might be able to do it. I mean, there's schools of thought about cochlear implants for people who are hearing, and they're like, people don't 100% agree, but no one's going to 100% agree on anything. Because there are people like to talk about the dangers of what that is. So
wait, so they're wanting to do those for people who can't hear?
Yeah, so there's the cochlear implants, and there are some schools of thought that are like, why are you doing that to your children? Because it's like the dangers of doing it. So it's like a school's of thought of it's fine, plus and minuses, pros and cons. It's pros and cons with everything, but there's people who are like, what's wrong with them not being like, why would you do this to your kid? I'm like, people just think they know best for their children. And they're more, that's the thing. That's why we have research. This is why we have scientists. This is what they do.
Yep.
This is why we ask them to do these things so they can like help people. Because I'm like, some people are like, no, I want to be able to not rely on reading lips or having to sign and do ASL. There's some people like, I just want to be able to hear.
Yeah, like,
or some people like, I don't want surgery and I want to be able to rely on lips and do ASL.
And then they could do the right. I was going to say, all goes back to letting someone have their choice.
Just a choice. That's it, Drew. Okay, sorry.
Girl, I could believe. Yeah, that with her was so icky.
It was like, that was so cringy. And it's like, so basically you're saying no, but you don't want to say no. I'm like, you do realize you're saying no. I mean, if that's what he wants, is he birthing this child?
That was the first time that I liked Dr. Contessa. I honestly, her Watch What Happens Live to me was so funny. But the way she was looking, and she was like, well, she wasn't. Uh-oh.
Okay, so we're gonna I feel like we have wrapped up Love and Marriage DC. We're going to see them season 2. I know they are. Let me talk to you about Contessa and Heavenly. Dear Heavenly, ma'am, I clicked on one of your videos. It's monetized. Let's start there, because you got ads. It means, bitch, you're monetized. Let me be very clear. You are not Contessa's friend. You are a YouTuber. If Quentin flat out told you, don't do this, these are your friends, I don't think this is one road you want to go, he should know better than anybody. He used to recap Married to Medicine.
Yes.
He's back to recapping. And what happened with him and Quad? They fell the fuck out because she was like, what the hell are you saying? Yeah. Heavenly, There is no way you talk to Contessa every goddamn day and be shady as fuck to her on
There's
that
no
damn
way.
show. And the thing about it is, you did the
and not
same
feel
thing with
guilty?
Jackie. You did the same thing with Jackie until Jackie called you up and said, let me tell your ass something.
Girl.
Shut the fuck up about Curtis.
Girl.
And it's like, the thing about it is, it's like, ma'am, Contessa is not totally right, but she's not totally wrong either.
Exactly.
I don't blame her for ambushing Heavenly, because guess what? Every time somebody send her them little clips, you know good and hell well somebody sent her them clips about the goddamn show, and she is ambushed like, wait, is that what here's the thing. If I talk to you every single day and you shady about our show every single day, I don't know if you're going to slip in something that I told you in confidence
thank you.
on your YouTube page. And if
Thank
Quinn
you.
told you, you are making a choice. Stop acting like Contessa is totally wrong. But here's a problem, Contessa. You should have talked to Jackie and not Toya. Toya don't fucking like that bitch. Why are you talking to Toya? You should have talked to Jackie. Like,
the only thing
she would have facilitated
is when she said that we've been saying this about Heavenly from the beginning, which
she
Mariah said it, Toya said it,
Simone said it.
So that is where, because right now Toya is not, she came to the intervention, but she wouldn't be able, I don't know if she'd be, I was trying to see if I could pinpoint whether she'd be able to say, I don't like her and I don't mess with her, but I know y'all were friends, so you might want to try to repair that. I don't know if Toya has that in her.
She don't. Because she don't like Heavenly, and Heavenly don't like her dumb ass either. The fact that Heavenly keep calling her dumb is just cracking me up.
And that is so crazy, because to think that Toya is the one that brought Heavenly in, because Eugene and Toya used to hang around Damon.
And she was also
Heavenly.
friendly with Mariah, because remember, she was there season 1 at that fight.
Yes. And Toya has said out of her mouth, her and Eugene looked up to Dr. Damon and Heavenly, because they felt like they had it together. Damon used to advise. So I almost feel like Heavenly got on this show and her person and realized,
and she excelled, and she leapfrogged right the fuck over as Toya as one of the standouts for Married to Medicine.
Yep.
She leapfrogged off right on the fuck on out of your ass. The thing about it is like, Heavenly,
girl, when she was laughing, Stephanie,
I swear I'd have punched her right in her fucking face.
There's no way I could have sat there. No way.
And it's like, I don't blame. This is where I'm like, Contessa, turn it off. I'm like, it's obvious you don't give a damn. So the thing about it is, I will give Heavenly this. Why she ain't saying nothing before? Because she don't know if you would have cared. You have been talking cash money shit about them. And also, let me tell your ass something, Anila. Don't sit there and talk about, oh my God, you're talking about Quad. Bitch, she said it when she was on the fucking show with you.
When you tweeted that, because Stephanie, I was thinking that. So you was keying because you didn't want her talking about you.
All of you, and that's the other thing about, like, again, I will give Heavenly this grace. When it comes to when she was dragging Toya, Contessa, you was sitting right there. Jackie, you was on that show. Anila, you on the show. The only people who ain't been on her show is Toya and Simone. Everybody else been on that fucking show laughing and kiki and ha-ha and do. Everybody do it. But now you like, let's have an intervention for what?
Because it's to you. Mariah told y'all from the beginning.
She did.
How Heavenly was.
The thing about it is, like, ma'am, if you want, like, the thing about it is, Tess, I get it. She hurt your feelings. And what did she do? She grabbed like, I'm sorry. Get the fuck off me.
Right.
Because don't tell me you fucking sorry, but you sitting there laughing when you saw them clips. And it's like, it didn't even dawn on you. Like, are you really hurt by this?
Right.
And it's like, it didn't like.
You so mad about the
because this thing is like,
Heavenly said you're doing this on.
You're really mad at Scott. No, the fuck I'm not.
Right.
We are women. We can multitask. I'm mad at his ass, and I'm damn sure mad at you.
Right.
It's like it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. It's like
for Heavenly to be upset that it was on camera. Girl,
like, ma'am, you in your closet being shady to the rest of your friends, and you want to talk about a fucking camera? It's like, you're not really mad at me. You're mad at your husband. No. See, here's the thing. Was Contessa projecting a little? Yes. The reason being is that bloggers, YouTubers, everybody and their mama calling her a fucking fool for staying with Scott Metcalf. And here it is, the lady who is claiming to be my friend, talk to her every fucking day. I'm probably shitting in the toilet, talking to her ass in the goddamn bathroom, and she doing the exact same thing. It hits so much different
That
when it's coming from your fucking friend. And
even
you know it.
When she called Eugene a bitch, remember when she contested, and Toya is still your friend. Toya still didn't do what Heavenly did.
Mm-hmm. It was like, Toya's like,
I will say, when it comes to marriage, I feel like Toya does care about people's marriages when it comes to marriage. Now,
yeah, she got an issue with you. It's me and you. It's not your marriage. It's me and you. It's me and you. So and it's like, yeah, I will give Toya. I'll give Miss Toya that. She'll never bring y'all marriages down. It's between y'all. It's like Heavenly, you wrong.
Also, did you see that quad? Oh, I got to go in just a few minutes, but I have to read this to you. Oh, I didn't take a screenshot, but I know you probably seen it.
What?
That quad. Hold on.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Remember last night when Quad said in the confessionals, but Heavenly, I'm speaking to you. If you say one more thing. Okay, so Quad tweeted.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
I'm defending Dr. at Dr. Heavenly with a suit of armor. Meanwhile, she's stabbing me in the back. What a friend, ? No worries. I'm going to handle her and anyone whoever in caps spoke BS on my name. You can bet that #married to man, #married to medicine. Then it looks like she quote tweeted herself, or either they put them together on the page. At Dr. Heavenly, one thing that a lie can't beat are facts. I'm going to have a good time with what you said. #big facts, #married to medicine.
See, that's the thing. It's like,
so now Quad, you got to be a woman of your word though also. I'm like,
the thing about it is like, Heavenly, you are using your friends as content, which is very shitty. And here's the thing about this. Heavenly said from day one, I'm not going to talk about my marriage on this show. Yes. I don't necessarily blame you, but here's the however. Then don't be fucking talking about nobody else's marriage. You're not putting your marriage on Front Street because you don't want anybody to see the cracks with you and Daddy. If you and Daddy had a problem, we won't ever know it because you don't talk about it. Girl, you don't get to call Cash Money shit about everybody else's relationship. Yes. Keep calling Toya stupid because that's what you think. Talk about Contessa. Talk about Jackie. Talk about Simone. Do not talk about their marriages. Stop calling Quad a hoe. And stop doing that, especially when Quad is the one is like, y'all did Heavenly dirty.
Right. And to me, what really made me I always felt like Heavenly's character was kind of like questionable. You just had an intervention done. And then you go and sit down with Anila and you know you're on camera and still bring up stuff about Quad.
Right. I don't know nothing about it. You just literally just talked to Anila about it. Girl, see, this is why Quad gonna dig in your ass.
This is why
This is why she gonna dig in your ass. And the thing about it is, Heavenly, I don't care what the fucking streets are talking. What the streets are saying sounds different coming out of your dick suckers. Yes. That's exactly, it's different. It's going to be different. You will not see me here talking like, even if there is some rumor about Kendrick that I am going to spread because I love him and I'm going to try to hook him up with one of like 3 dudes that I think would be good for him. Anyway, I'm not going to spread no rumors about Kendrick because that's that's wrong. I'm like, I don't
that's your friend.
Is. I'm like, oh, I'm not talking about this. And it's like, I don't care what the streets are saying. You do not have to participate. Heavenly, you're doing this wrong.
For her to, I felt like Anila knew what she was doing when she brought that up. But you said she sleep Anila, because that was the second time.
Because she was like, Quad had your back. I'm like, girl, we can all see that. But also, when she was talking about the sleeping with married men, baby, you were sitting there in your baseball cap. Why are you acting like you weren't there when you said it? I'm like, oh, she said that, bitch. You were there.
Remember when
you in the blooper reel? You in the sizzle reel, bitch? What you talking about?
She accused her a couple seasons ago when they were somewhere. I don't know if Quad was still in the middle of a divorce, and then she accused her on her YouTube, and now she's saying it again.
And now y'all bleeping out the lady's name. I'm like, oh, girl, hell!
I need somebody to find. Do they have any digital programs that'll take out beeps? Because I want to hear it. I'm gonna Google it.
Girl, look it up. I'm just like. The thing about it is, both of y'all are wrong. Both of y'all have a part of wrong. Yep. Contessa, you should have been cussed her ass clean the fuck out.
Especially because all that pent up. But let me tell you something. When Contessa said she's been reckless, now I said, oh.
Bad idea. So when she was shady as hell, watch what happens live. Don't blame you.
Girl.
Like, Heavenly, you don't get to say what the fuck you got to say and then go, how dare she say that?
And then be hurt.
Nope. Nope. You said quite enough.
Yes.
You said enough, you said a lot about everything. It's like everybody not, and it says a lot about
cheating. And then I think didn't she make a reference like Curtis should be numb by now? Something. I was like,
yep. And that's why Jackie cussed you clean the fuck out. So when Jackie said to Tess, what she says has no bearing on my life, Contessa, take a page out of Jackie's book. Jackie has figured out how to deal with Heavenly. She's like, I know, noted. I know how to deal with you. Jackie is not, because one, she has no problem being your friend, but it's like Heavenly can be reckless and she don't care about people's feelings because it's like, it's funny. But when she walked up to Quad and apologized, and I'm like, that's very interesting that you're apologizing to Quad. You're not like your Contessa's not there like, I ain't apologizing to Tess because she really mad at her husband. No, I'm mad at the person who said that she's my friend, talking the same kind of shit that some random ass blogger is saying about me. You're saying the same thing, same tone. That is the point.
And making fun of it. You're not even
making fun of it, and you're making money off it because you are monetized, bitch. It's like, come on, Heavenly. You don't understand it. But Contessa was so mad because one, you laughing sent her somewhere else.
I was gonna, girl.
It's because you laughed. I feel like you said they're like, y'all did like, why are we watching this, Contessa? Because you hurt me. Because she literally thought, I thought Heavenly was going to apologize to me. That's when you're like, she really is not my friend.
This goes back to, I learned a lesson, not even by somebody doing it to me, but by just one of my friends telling me over and over again. I know that these people may not have treated you wrong. I'm not talking about them being different with me because I set boundaries. Just in general, you've seen them do all their other friends wrong. Even if they don't do you wrong,
please take a note.
Character flaw with them.
Please take notes.
And Contessa didn't take notes from Mariah. They didn't get, because I think her and Mariah were together once with Toya. Mariah,
Toya,
and
Simone. And a little bit of Jackie, but it's like, and Quad. It's like, that's 5 different people.
You got to pay attention to see how she feels her
because also, like, wasn't her and Lisa Nicole friends at one time?
Oh, yes.
So that's 6 people.
6 people.
Either they have worked it out and realize it's like, I got to keep Heavenly here.
Yeah.
Because I can't let her like, nope, because she's going to say something reckless about Curtis. And I'm going to have to like cuss her ass out. Or Quad's like, no music, no air. I'm saying this directly to you. I'm like, girl, they didn't add no music, no sound effects. I'm like,
nothing.
Quad is dead ass serious. Let me tell you something. She gonna let you have it at this reunion, and you are going to deserve it.
And if she starts, you can keep them tears, honey.
Keep it. I don't want to see your fucking tears because you didn't give a damn about Contessa's tears. And I get it. People are like, so I understand to a certain extent when people are like, well, I mean, that's what people are saying. It's different when it's your friend.
It's different.
It's just different. It's just different.
You're saying stuff that could maybe have been told in an intimate moment of actual friendship, not on the show.
Correct.
Not like
we don't know that
stuff that's on the show, right? You're what? Like,
this is not Scotty by Nature TV. He don't know Contessa.
Right.
You do. And she don't know if you're going to slip up and say something that she said to you in confidence.
I wouldn't trust her.
Here's the other thing, Heavenly. I don't think you have told Contessa the opinions you've given on your show. That's probably the other problem.
Girl.
Okay, so, I can't wait to continue this when I go, because let me tell you something.
Yes. So
when you're coming
today, yes. I guess I was thinking Saturday or Sunday if you're free. If not, maybe Monday.
Okay, let's do Monday because baby Stephanie's getting ready to go out of the country because my birthday's next week.
That's right. Where are you going?
I'm going to an honest class.
No, text me.
Now, yes, we're texting. Girl, I ain't telling y'all on the mic. Y'all might come find me. I'm kidding.
Did you see me go like this? No.
But y'all, Taria, thank you for being here. Please tell everybody where they can find you and also find the show, buy you some coffee, get on your Patreon.
So,
first of all, things.
I just want to thank Stephanie for having me on. It's been fun. And I want to send a shout out to my little cookie. Looky, Miss Cookie. Do
I need to leave the room? I was like, girl, I think you were about to say something to Corey. I'm like, what the hell are you doing
Hey,
right in the
Cook.
next room.
Stephanie introduced me to Cook. We'll have to say that story again at another date. But you can find me at WEIGO, WEIGO podcast, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram. What else is going on? Podcast on Patreon. What else is going on? Podcast, Buy Me a Coffee. And I had a lovely listener named Crystal that I looked down and had a Cash App of support the podcast. So if you want to Cash App me, it's the $ Taria S.
Yes.
FAISON. Any support is appreciated, y'all. My youngest is going off to college. So I have 3 children, but I have a son in college in California, and I'm about to have a daughter in college in Atlanta. So all support is appreciated.
That's so cute. I love it.
That's Sky's graduation
I
party.
was like, oh, this is so sweet. I'm like, yes. It's so cute. Oh, but y'all, this has been a Mocha Minutes podcast. I will be back after my birthday because my birthday is August 11th. So you may or may not get an hour.
We can do a separate episode where you can recap your trip on my podcast if you want.
Okay, no, it'll be fun because it's like, oh, I'm going out. But yes, I'll be another year wiser. So you may or may not have a episode next week. It might be after my birthday. It might just be out before my birthday. Hey, happy birthday. But if you would love to give gifts, hi, buy me a coffee, Mocha Minutes would definitely love it. Please, please, and thank you. Everybody who has ever donated, I appreciate all of you. Samaj, don't yell at me. Who else do I need to call out? Kendrick, I'll talk to you later. But everybody, I will be back. Thank you for listening. Bye.